Think you need a mountain of money to retire? Most 60-year-olds have way less saved than you'd guess. I'll share the real median savings number so you know where you actually stand. Stick around to pick up simple catch-up tips if you find yourself behind. This video will go over the average and median retirement savings numbers for people in their late 50s and early 60s based on the research. It explains why the median savings level gives a more realistic view compared to the averages. Welcome back to Tax and Credit Essentials. Turning retirement around is possible even starting late. I'll map out key moves to help you go from just getting by to retiring in style. Let's dive in and see where you stand. It will show how to calculate a retirement savings goal more personalized for your individual situation. Finally, some key tips are provided for playing catch-up if you find your current savings lag behind where they need to be at this stage of life. According to investment firm Vanguard study, the average 60-year-old has around $280,000 accumulated in their 401k retirement plan. However, research by the Federal Reserve that looked at total retirement savings, including IRAs and other assets, found higher average savings, approaching $540,000 for this age group. On the surface, averages in the hundreds of thousands make it seem like most near retirees are sitting pretty, but averages have shortcomings. They get skewed upward substantially by the small number of people with huge multi-million retirement stash. The median savings gives a more realistic view of the typical situation. The median is the midpoint number, with half of people above that savings level and half below. According to Vanguard, the median 401k balance was just $71,000, far less than the average. The Federal Reserve found the median total retirement savings per person was $185,000. While not nearly as exciting as those lofty averages, keep in mind half of your peers have more than this median and half have less. So it serves as a good benchmark to gauge your readiness. Some common rules of thumb, like having a nest egg equal to 8 times your annual income by age 60, tend to overestimate the retirement savings required for most folks. A more personalized estimate calls for replacing about 75% of your current gross income level annually in retirement. The rationale is that certain expenses like retirement savings contributions, commuting costs, professional clothing budgets, and other work-related costs will disappear. So you won't need to replace 100% of current income. For example, say your annual gross salary is $100,000 currently. Take 75% of that amount, which is $75,000. This become your annual spending goal in retirement. Then deduct the Social Security payments you are expected to qualify for at full retirement age based on your lifetime salary history. If you qualify for a $2,500 monthly Social Security benefit, that equates to $30,000 annually. So in this example, $75,000 minus $30,000 means you need to replace $45,000 a year from your retirement investment accounts. Assuming a 5% safe annual withdrawal rate from the balances, dividing the needed income of $45,000 by 5% calculates to a nest egg target size of $900,000 by retirement at age 60. Contrast this to the generic guidance, suggesting 8 times income, which would dictate a $800,000 savings target on that $100,000 annual salary. The 75% methodology provides a more customized goal. Doing an in-depth written retirement plan with precise expense projections dials things in even more accurately. What if your current retirement savings is off pace from these targets and benchmarks? Don't panic. There are concrete steps you can start taking even as late as age 60 to catch up. It requires diligently cutting expenses where possible, increasing savings, seeking higher investment returns strategically, and creating new income streams. First, construct a highly detailed written retirement plan that lays out customized projections for all sources of retirement income and categories of expenses. This effort makes the exact amount of yearly shortfall clear and how much additional savings is required. With that clarity, sharply reduce living expenses wherever practical to free up money to dedicate to savings. Downsize your home, drive used cars longer, trim restaurant and entertainment budgets, seek out cheaper insurance policies, cut the cable cord, holiday smarter by setting firm gift budget limits. These cuts add up, reducing the savings shortfall. At the same time, shift investment mix significantly towards stocks, which historically have higher long-term returns compared to very conservative options like money market funds or CDs. This boosted potential for gains offsets shorter-term principal risk. When playing catch-up, greater market exposure is warranted. Further accelerate savings by earmarking any extra funds that come in, like annual raises, bonuses, inheritance money, or tax refunds, straight into retirement accounts rather than lifestyle inflation. This builds savings muscle memory. Additionally, create alternate income streams through rental real estate, driving for a rideshare service, teaching consulting, selling products online, or launching a YouTube channel. These bootstrap hustles generate extra monthly cash to dedicate to your retirement accounts, cushioning against savings shortfalls. Finally, delay claiming Social Security past age 62 if able. Each year, benefits are deferred up to age 70, adds 6 to 8% more income. Coordinating timing with retirement expenses mapped out in your detailed plan allows maximizing this source of fixed income. Staying disciplined and determined, despite a late start, makes a huge difference in retirement security. Implementing these steps builds savings and gets you back on track. Checking your retirement savings balance and seeing you fall short of typical benchmarks can feel discouraging, but even starting late, there are options to catch up. It just requires discipline and a proactive approach. The core morale is don't stick your head in the sand. Running the numbers gives clarity on the savings gap. That allows taking purposeful steps to close it through expense cuts, extra income streams, and tuned-up investments. Getting detailed also highlights where you can trim non-essentials. The process builds self-awareness around needs versus wants. It focuses spending on what matters most. Another key lesson: leverage the magic of compound growth. Consistently investing extra savings at higher rates of return makes assets build exponentially over time through reinvested earnings. So every extra dollar directed sooner towards accounts like 401ks, IRAs, or taxable funds counts. Finally, get comfortable with market exposure, balancing risks, and timeline wisely. Stocks historically earn much higher long-run returns than fixed income accounts like bonds or money markets. So increased equity allocation, especially during catch-up phases, utilizes that engine for growth. In summary, know your numbers, cut non-essential costs, invest savings aggressively based on calculated risk tolerance, leverage compounding, and persist. It's never too late to take control and activate these principles, even entering your 60s. Doing so today puts retirement happiness within reach. Did you find the median retirement savings benchmark surprising? Do you think you're above or below those key numbers? Of the various catch-up strategies covered, which one or two do you think would have the biggest impact for you if behind cutting expenses, shifting investments, creating income streams, or delaying Social Security claiming? Let me know in the comments section, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe. Tax and Credit Essentials for Retirement Planning Essentials. We regularly publish practical money-saving tips and strategies for maximizing your nest egg and achieving financial independence in your later years.